Welcome to Wandering with Zarrakan. I am your camera cat showing you some of the amazing places I have been on Second Life. This is a video I made about The Stronger by August Strindberg at the Sommelier 2. The Stronger, or in Swedish, Den Starkare, is a 1889 play by August Strindberg. The play is quite short, consisting of only one scene, that can be performed in approximately 20 minutes. The characters consist of only two women, a Mrs. X and a Miss Y, only one of whom speak, an example of a dramatic monologue. In The Stronger, two women, two actresses, run into each other in a restaurant on Christmas Eve. One is married, and has been out shopping for presents for her family, the other is unmarried, and is sitting alone in the restaurant reading magazines and drinking. We are told almost nothing about these women. They are not even important enough to have names. Strindberg calls them simply Mrs. X and Miss Y, and the entire play, all 6 pages of it, consists of nothing more than a single conversation between these two women. And yet, in this one simple scene, Strindberg creates an episode of incredible poetic power. A snapshot of life so intense, so powerful, that it rivals Beckett at his best. Like a Kafka short story, The Stronger is rich in allegory, and lends itself to many layers of interpretation. As the play progresses, we discover that Miss Y and Mrs. X are rivals for more than theatre roles. The Stronger is thus a fascinating portrait of both the way individuals can think through the contradictions in their own lives, using another, or the idea of another, as a mere sounding board for their own thought processes, and of the fundamentally conditional nature of truth. Please join me as I watch The Stronger.
Chilly out there. Good evening. Bottle of red to the table, please.
Is that Millie? Why, Millie, my dear, how are you? sitting here all alone on Christmas Eve like some poor bachelor? You know, it makes me feel really sad to see you alone. Alone in a cafe and on Christmas Eve of all times. It makes me feel as sad as when once in Paris I saw a wedding party at a restaurant. The bride was reading a comic paper and the bridegroom playing billiards with the witnesses. Oh me, I said to myself, with such a beginning, how will it go? And how will it end? He was playing billiards on his wedding day, and she, you were going to say, was reading a comic paper on hers. That's not quite the same. Hot chocolate, please. Chair's so uncomfortable. Better. You know, Amelia, I really believe now you would have done better to stick to him. Don't forget, I was the first who told you to forget him. Do you remember? You would be married now and have a home. Think how happy you were that Christmas when you stayed with your fiancé's people in the country. How warmly you spoke of domestic happiness. You really quite longed to be out of the theater. Yes, Amelia. Dear, home is best, next best to the stage. And as for the children, oh, but you couldn't know anything about that. Thank you, dear. Now, after I've had a sip of my chocolate, you must see what I've bought for my little chicks. Trouble getting her out of the basket. It's been wrapped up so well. There she is. There she is. Look. This is Felisa. Do you see how she can roll her eyes and turn her head? Isn't she lovely? Well, this might trick you. It doesn't seem to want me to pull it out either. Something's wrong with everything tonight. Oh well, maybe I'll show it to you later. You know, I didn't get in your way, and I know you never will forget it, but oh, here it comes. Here's a silly present for Maya. Gotta love SL. Nothing's working. Well, if I could get this thing loaded, I could show you how it works, but it doesn't seem to want to be functioning. Oh, well. Pretend I shot you. Were you scared? Did you think I was going to hurt you? Really, I didn't think you'd believe that of me. Now, if you were to shoot me, it wouldn't be so surprising, for after all, I did get in your way. I know you will never forget it, although I was entirely innocent. Here we go. You still think I intrigued to get you out of the Grand Theatre, but I didn't. I didn't, however much you think I did. Well, it's no good talking to you. You will believe it was me. These are for my old man. With tulips on them. These are for my husband, and I embroidered them myself. As a matter of fact, I hate tulips, but he has to have tulips on everything. Look what small feet Bob has. Hasn't he? And you ought to see the charming way he walks. You've never seen him in slippers, have you? Look, I'll show you. But when he gets angry, he stamps his foot like this. Hey, wait for it. I just can't move. I'm just like stuck in my place. It's killing me. Here we go. Just watch this. Those damn girls who can never learn how to make coffee, blast! That silly idiot hasn't trimmed the lamp properly. Then there's a draft under the door, and his feet get cold. Hell, it's freezing, and the damn fools can't even keep the stove going. And then he comes home and has to hunt for his slippers, which Mary has pushed under the bureau. Oh, well, perhaps it's not right to make fun of one's husband like this. He's sweet anyhow, and a good dear husband. You ought to have had a husband like him, Amelia. What are you laughing at? What is it, eh? And you see, I know he is faithful to me. Yes, I know it. He told me himself. Oh, what are you giggling at? That while I was on tour in Norway, that horrible Frederica came and tried to seduce him. Can you imagine anything more abominable? I'd have scratched her eyes out if she'd have come around while I was at home. I'm glad Bob told me about it himself, so I didn't just hear it from gossip. And as a matter of fact, Frederica wasn't the only one. I can't think why, but all the women in the country seem to be crazy about my husband. They must think his position gives him some say in who's engaged at the theater. Perhaps you have run after him yourself? I don't trust you very far, but I know he has never been attracted to you. And you always seem to have some sort of grudge against him, or so I felt. You too, darling. In a minute, we're both going to run through the fireplace. I'll get there first. Watch me. Oof. Damn lag. Oh, do come and spend Christmas Eve with us tonight, Amelia. Just to show that you're not offended with us, or anyhow not with me. I don't know why, but it seems especially unpleasant not to be friends with you. Perhaps it's because I did get in your way that time. Oh, I don't know, really. I don't know at all why it is. It was so strange when we were getting to know one another. Do you know, when we first met, I was frightened of you. So frightened. I didn't dare let you out of my sight. I arranged all my goings and comings to be near you. I dared not to be your enemy, so I became your friend. Damn lag, I'm just going to sit you. If I can. Lovely. Forgive us, audience. The lag is just killing us and holding us in our location and not opening any windows or anything, so we can pause for a moment until it stops. There we go. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Taking back to. There we go. I love how we're out of control. No menus, nothing. Well, we'll just. Oh yes, I'm eating a slipper now. Lovely. Well, anyway. I dared not to be your enemy, so I became your friend. But when you came to our home, I always had an uneasy feeling because I saw my husband didn't like you. And that irritated me. Like when a dress doesn't fit. I did all I could to make him be nice to you, but it was no good until you went and got engaged. Then you became such tremendous friends that at first it looked as if you only dared show your real feelings when you were safe. And then, let me see, how was it after that? I wasn't jealous, that's queer. And I remembered at the christening when you were the godmother, I told him to kiss you. He did, and you were so upset. As a matter of fact, I didn't notice it then. I didn't think about it afterwards either. I've never thought about it until now. Why don't you say something? You haven't said a word all this time. You've just let me go on talking. You have sat there with your eyes drawing all these thoughts out of me. They were there in me like a silk in a cocoon. Thoughts. Mistaken thoughts? Let me think. Why did you break off your engagement? Why did you never come to our house after that? Why don't you want to come to us tonight? No. You don't need to say anything for now. I see it all. That's why, and why, and why. Yes, that's why it was. Yes, all the pieces fit together now. That's it. I won't sit at the same table with you. That's why I have to embroider tulips, which I loathe, on his slippers, because you like tulips. That's why we have to spend the summer on the lake, because you couldn't bear the seaside. That's why my son had to be called Esco, because your father's name was Esco. That's why I had to wear your colors. Read your books. Oh, dear. I give up. I had to eat your dishes that you liked and drink your drinks, your chocolate, for instance. That's why. Oh, my God, it's terrible to think of, terrible. Everything came to me from you, even your passions. Your soul bored into mine like a worm into an apple, and ate and borrowed till nothing was left but the skin and a little black mold. I wanted to fly from you, but I couldn't. You were there like a snake. Your black eyes fascinated me. When I spread my wings, they only dragged me down. I lay in the water with my feet tied together, and the harder I worked my arms, the deeper I sank. Down, down, down. Till I reached the bottom, where you lay in waiting like a giant crab to catch me in your claws. And now here I am. Oh, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Ugh. And you just go on sitting there, silent, calm, indifferent, not caring whether the moon is new or full, if it's Christmas or New Year, if other people are happy or unhappy. You don't know how to hate or to love. You just sit there without moving like a cat at a mouse hole. You can't drag your prey out. You can't chase it, but you can outstay it. Here you sit in your corner. You know, they call it the rat trap after you, reading the papers to see if anyone's ruined or wretched or been thrown out of the company. Here you sit, sizing up your victims and weighing your chances like a pilot and his shipwrecks for the salvage. Poor Amelia. Do you know, I couldn't be more sorry for you. I know you're miserable. Miserable like some wounded creature and vicious because you're wounded. I can't be angry at you. I should like to be, but after all you are, the small one. And as for your affair with Bob, that doesn't worry me at the least. Why should it matter to me? And if you taught me how to drink chocolate, well, what's the difference? And if I learned from you how to dress, tant mieux. That only gave me a stronger hold over my husband, and you have lost what I gained. Yes, to judge from various signs, I think you have now lost him. Of course you meant me to walk out as you once did, and which you're now regretting. But I won't do that, if you may be sure. And which you're not regretting, but I won't do that, you may be sure. Oh, one shouldn't be narrow-minded, you know, and why should nobody else want what I have? Perhaps, my dear, taking everything into consideration at this moment, it is I who am the stronger. You never got anything from me. You just gave away from yourself. And now, like the thief in the night, when you woke up, I had what you had lost. Why was it then that everything you touched became worthless and still? You couldn't keep a man's love for all your tulips and your passions, but I could. You couldn't learn the art of living from your books, but I learnt it. You bore no little Eskel, although that was your father's name. And why is it you are silent everywhere, always silent? Yes, I used to think this was strength, but perhaps it was because you hadn't anything to say, because you couldn't think of anything. Now I'm going home, taking my tulips with me, your tulips. You couldn't learn from others. You couldn't bend, and so you broke like a dry stick. I did not. Thank you, Amelia, for all your good lessons. Thank you for teaching my husband how to love. Now, I'm going to love him. Merry Christmas, Amelia. The end. Yeah, da 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 da.
I hope you enjoyed The Stronger as much as I did, and I encourage you to visit The Stronger in Second Life, while it is still there. This video was filmed on location by Zarrakan Productions. Zarrakan Productions is an umbrella group for many YouTube shows and businesses both inside and outside of Second Life. Please go to zarrakan.com for a complete listing of shows and businesses associated with Zarrakan Productions, and their own media links. Zarrakan Productions shows have been organized alphabetically in playlists in a year, month, day format for easier video navigation. Multiple part videos have been named accordingly, starting with part 1, and the last video of a multiple part video series will have end as a part of its title. Please like, comment, and share this video as it helps both Zarrakan Productions and the creators of this video's content. Also, be sure to check the playlists for past episodes of show content, and subscribe to this channel for future videos. Thank you for watching, and happy wandering.